Welcome to Putty and Paint. Today we're going to be doing the top 10 tool review for woodworkers. Now all these tools are linked in the description, so if you're interested in them, check that out down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and wait for that last tool because it's a badass tool, let me tell you. So let's get into it. Alright, for tool number one, the most essential tool for any woodworker is a good pencil. Now, I've been looking for a good pencil because, as you can see over here, I have hordes and hordes and hordes and hordes of regular ass pencils, and it's freaking crazy annoying to grab those pencils and sharpen them and hope they work. They're the little cheapy ones, but I finally dove in and I got a mechanical pencil. Now, this is actually thought, all right, who's gonna spend this kind of money on this? You know, $8, $9, $10 on a freaking pencil. This is awesome. This little mechanical pencil is a 2.8 millimeter pencil with lead, red, and yellow pencils. Now, I in particular, I'm only going to be using the lead, but if you click on the top, hold it down, you can change the lead in the pencil, nice and easy. You can kick it out a little bit, and it comes with a separate sharpener, and you can just sharpen that baby right back up to as it was, quick and painlessly. And I think that's the best part, dude, because I have to grab, let me see if I got it. This is my old Betty right here. This is my little pencil sharpener that I would use over and over and over, and then the lead would break right when it's about to get sharp, and I was like, dude, forget this. This guy is awesome. It's just a quick little sharpen, and you're done. And then you can just push it in and set it right to where you want, and scribble away. Anyway, this is a great buy, simple buy, and let me tell you, it's worth giving it a shot. I get two of them. I haven't got two of them yet, but I got two in the pack. So anyway, let's get on to the next one. Tool number two. Now, I am very terrible at this, and it is wearing a mask anytime you're woodworking. That is the most important thing you can do, and I have been terrible at it. And the reason I'm terrible at it is this right here. I do not want to wear this aerosol rated big honky ass thing that you get from Home Depot. It's either that or those N95 masks. This thing is big, bulky, and you friggin' sweating it, and it is terrible. Now, if you're spraying, this is what you use. But if you were just cutting wood, if you're sanding, if you're ripping boards on your table saw, this guy right here, friggin' awesome, dude. Awesome mask. It comes with one filter already preloaded in here, and it's a quick, easy fit. It goes over your ears like those masks that we all hated to wear during COVID. It goes right in, right over your ears, and it holds back in the back. And then you just snap it around, see? Snap it right on around, and you're done. Bam. Oh, see, I look like a badass dude. I look like Scorpion on Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? Like, come over here. So, anyway, it comes with additional filters in the package. It also comes with instructions on how to do it. Don't throw these away, okay? From experience. This is a brand new bag I just opened up. I already had one. I've had one for quite a while. And let me tell you, getting the filters on is a bit of a challenge. So do not throw the instruction manual away, okay? Because you're going to need it for the first 2 times. After that, you're good and you can throw it away. But yeah, totally worth it. Save your lungs, okay? Don't smoke ciggies and don't smoke friggin' wood shavings, okay? You don't want to do that. So let's get on to tool number 3. So we've all seen these on those wonderful woodworking videos, and you're thinking to yourself, that is ridiculous. Why would I buy a wood glue bottle when you have a perfectly good wood glue bottle right here? Okay, I can't tell you how many times, and you all know this, that you've taken this stupid cap off to clean up inside here because it gums up and it gets freaking terrible, okay? So I finally bought it, dude, for $5, $5.81 or something like that, okay? Totally worth it. What it does is when you're squeezing the bottle, it comes up from the bottom and then it goes out the tip. But then when you let go, it pulls it back down, and then it settles where the hell it's supposed to, out of the tip, away from the tip. And it freaking saves you many a times. Now this one's brand new. I got my other one is sitting over there somewhere. But it comes with multiple tips. And then it has the spade tip that everyone uses to track down the lines of your plywood, the edges of your wood. That's the one you want to use. I mean, this one's all right that it comes with. I mean, if you like just globbling it on there. But it has the same tip that comes on this. this is a cheapy little deal. I know it seems dumb, but it is 100% worth it, I think. Anyway, on to number 4. So, this one right here is not a must buy. This one is a you should buy or consider buying, because we've all built those cabinets where you question whether or not that corner is square, if it's straight, while you're trying to screw it in and glue it in, only to find out it's freaking not straight or not square. And we've all been there. Don't freaking lie to me. I know you have. So, this one right here is a not need but must have in my book. And I finally bought one, okay? I have only used it one time, and it is pretty awesome. It comes with the right angles, your 90-degree angles. It comes with 4 of them. It comes in with the ties for each clamp, and it's got 8 of them. And then it comes with the washers to snug it down nice and tight if you want to go that route. I personally did not. And then it comes with the backing plates for the opposite end and the knobs to secure your wood. Now this will give you that extra set of hands that you need to hold the wood while you're screwing. It's one thing to hold it and try to drill, and if you're just butting up butt joints, that can be difficult to hold that sucker on your line and square at the same time. And I'm going to demonstrate that right now. They're the same width. Nope, but that one is. Oh, nope. What the f? Nope, God. That's even wider. What the f, dude? 4 pieces of... I don't have any of the same size cutoffs anywhere. There we go. All right. Have you ever seen those guys where they got the racks and racks and racks of maple wood? Like, are they rich or something? All right, so we're going to go ahead and put a line right here. And that's where we want it at, all right? So we're going to go ahead and preset our clamp right on our line. That's right where we want it, right there. So we got it set right on our line. We'll set the next one. And then we'll set up the other side. Get it ready and dialed. Actually, I want that right there. There, that's right where we want it. And put the last one in place. Now, if this is like to me, it's like you're fine woodworking. You're doing something that you need to take your time on, not a rush, not a whatever. This is your perfect way to go, because that right there is a very sturdy clamp on a corner. I mean, dude, solid brushed aluminum, and then it's powder coated. I mean, dude, this thing is gorgeous. I think, man, dude, they did a great job on this, honestly. And it holds, dude. I mean, it freaking holds. And that way you can just come right on in, and you can drill your hole, and you set your screw. Obviously, not before you freaking put glue on there. That's why I think, in my opinion, is not every woodworker should have it, but if you need it or can get it, you should totally get it, because I think it's awesome, and I've always wanted one, and I finally got one, and I love it. So anyway, let's get on to number 5. I know if you're watching this, you've all watched those woodworking videos where you're like, where did that guy get that center punch at? Where did he get that center punch? Dude, I finally got one. Now, this guy right here is small but mighty. It works on wood as well as metal. Now, if you catch the grain in your wood, now this is just plywood, so obviously it doesn't affect you, but if you're working on a hard piece of wood and you have grain in that way where your screw is going to go, and if it's on the edge of hardwood to softwood in that grain, you know that that screw is going to walk off. You even pilot hole drill that, it can still walk off on you. And that's where this guy comes in and play. If you, let's say, right here on the edge of your hard grain to soft grain, and you needed to put a screw right here, all you do is put your center punch on there, and you just push down. And it slams it with a spring. And it puts a nice size hole. But the best part about this also is that it does metal. It will center punch metal as well. So when you're trying to drill on metal, it walks off one way or another. So I'm going to demonstrate that right now. So let's say, for example, you're going to be drilling on pipe, okay? So the best part about this is if you wanted to drill a hole through this, there's no way you're going to do it because your bit's going to walk off one side or the other. But if you put it right on your mark and you press down, it puts an indentation on there. And even more so, if you want to hit it again, you can hit it again, and you just come right down on the same spot, and hit it again, and it widens it just a little bit more. Now your drill bit won't walk off one way or another. It's great because it works on metal and wood. So for just under $11, this is a tool you will keep forever. It also has a high-low setting. So if you're going from wood to metal, all you got to do is adjust the knob. So the higher you turn it, the harder it hits. So if you go all the way to the low and then you go into wood, it makes a smaller hole, okay? But if you turn it all the way up to the high side and you go right next to the same hole, it makes a bigger hole. Same thing on metal. So that right there is also one of the main reasons why I highly suggest this guy right here. Anyway, let's get on to number 6, shall we? All right, so with every good woodworker out there, you know that you don't want to just drill in a screw right into your wood and leave it be. You want to countersink that screw, whether it's the size of the screw head or slightly larger, and you want to put a plug in that, like a wood plug, a flat, or you want to put a mushroom plug on it, however you want to do it. For me, like in the kitchen, I have a table I built, I put mushroom plugs on it. It gives it a decorative look. But without a countersink bit, you're not going to get that look or that ability to do that. And so I got this right here. This is a set of countersink bits going from a 1/2 inch all the way down to a 1/8 inch. These guys are awesome. They come in their own set, because you know how it is with these guys. If you've had them before, you've had probably one. Like me, I've always had the one that 3/8 countersink. You lose them. They freaking wander everywhere. I'm pretty sure I could turn around and freaking find one. Yeah, look, here's my old Betty right here, just sitting here. This guy comes in a nice case that you're not going to lose. That super dense foam, right? That's all the way around it. Very well done. Those, if you're going to be building, like, let's say, outdoor furniture, right? And you're going to be putting bolts through it. Dude, that is 3/4 of an inch right there. That is 3/4 of an inch. Let me double check. Yeah, that is 3/4 of an inch. It's laser engraved right on the side where it's 3/4 of an inch. That is awesome. I've never seen a countersink 3/4 of an inch. And they step down. They're all laser engraved on the side. You have 3/4 of an inch. You have 5/8, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, and then you got your 1/8. Now this one is cool, man, because if you get down into that really fine screws that are long and skinny that you're going to use, I mean, where are you going to find a 1/4 inch countersink bit? Right there. That'll be the exact size of the screw head, so you can sink it right below the surface. And hell, even if you wanted, you just plug it right above it, and then you can make it look pretty, stand it up. But again, another fantastic find right here on Amazon. Get it. All right, on to number 7. All right, so now if you're like me, you have either a contractor's table saw or you have like a smaller Delta construction saw, right? And I have the Delta. It's a 240 volt. I don't even remember. It's a single phase. It's a good table saw. However, none of these table saws have the ability to give you that accurate 90, accurate 45, accurate 33-degree angle that you need. And like for me, I work on the driveway. I pull everything out of my garage. I work on the driveway so we have more room, right? It's unlevel. It's unsquare. And so if you're trying to adjust that blade using the mechanical measurement on there, if you turn that to 45 degrees, 9 times out of 10, that is not 45 degrees. It is like 46, 47, 48, or the other direction. And you're going to go put your wood together and you're going to find out the hard way. And so what is cool about that is they have digital angle finders. Now, there are a lot of these out there. And with the trusted name of Klein, you can't go wrong with this. Now, what's cool about this is when you turn it on, it doesn't like what I'm doing right now. There's your angle, right? Currently, it's sitting at 80 degrees, it looks like. And so, yeah, it gives you an error. So you get off kilter there. But as you go, as you can see, it starts cranking them up, okay? It has a magnetic bottom, so you'll crank your blade all the way up and you'll get your square. Even checking it on a perfect 90, it could be off. It could be, 89. It could be 88 degrees. And when you're doing your crosscut sled, and you have that off, that you're just going to end up in a lot of trouble. So what you can do is you can set your square up against your blade that's fully raised. Once you find your exact 90 with your square to your table, you put this on there, and then you set it to 0 at your 90-degree angle, and then you start tilting it. And that's where you're going to get it. It doesn't matter what foundation you're on, whether you're on a crooked driveway or not, it's going to give you that perfect 45, that perfect 30, that perfect 33 or 25 or whatever it is that you're going for. I have never had one up until now. This one, I'm doing the same like you guys. This is the first time I've owned one, and it has been an absolute game changer. Totally freaking worth it, in my opinion. I don't know why it took me so long. And the magnet is freaking ridiculous. Dude. I mean, the magnet is super strong. Like, that is fantastic. And then what's even better is, like with most Klein tools, except the newer ones, they finally got a little smarter. But they used to put stupid 9 volts in all Klein tools, which is freaking ridiculous, Klein. AAA batteries. You can get a pack of Amazon AAA batteries for $10 and plug away, and you constantly have a good set lying around. Quick Phillips head screw, take it off, and plug them in. You're good to go. This guy is awesome. Also, it comes with a slick little case, so that way you can keep it protected. It also has the instructions, and it also has its own set of batteries that I didn't know I had it. So, now, hey, I got extra batteries, right? But these are those little, probably, yeah, max cells. So, the freebies that come with everybody. But yes, it comes with a nice case, little Velcro. It doesn't have any way of attaching it to anything, so that's kind of a bummer, not gonna lie. But other than that, I mean, at least it'll be well protected. It is a fine adjustment instrument. It's something you want to protect. You don't want to, you know, throw it around. It'll lose its adjustment ability. So you want to keep it protected and safe and in a good spot. So that way you know where to find it all the time, which I'm going to go ahead and put mine right there, nice and safe. So anyway, worth it. Let's go. On to tool number 8. Last week, I think it was last week, we had a job where we had to use the multi-tool. And you guys know, if you've been out there to buy the DeWalt or the Milwaukee multi-tool, that the biggest pain in the ass is the fact that they smoke blades quickly. And those blades ain't cheap. They're like $40 for 3 blades. Especially if you buy like the Milwaukee ones. Those are the ones that I've been buying, is the Milwaukee ones. It's $40 for 3 blades. Okay, so I got on there and I had to do some fishing myself. And look what we found. Look at that. It is a huge pack of blades. It comes with every particular wood blade you could possibly need, as well as all the gold tip ones are for metal. So if you're going to be cutting through nails, these are your guys right here. They're all the metal ones. It also has your adjustments for those finicky multi-tools like the Ryobi or the Rigid. There you go. Rigid doesn't like any multi-tool blades that are outside of their own realm, but the beauty is these fit. These fit those pain in the ass Rigid multi-tools better than most, let me tell you. So I have a Rigid multi-tool right here. This is old Betty. I have had her for quite a while, and I've already got a blade on her. This is a 1/4-inch blade. I mean, just how crazy is that? When have you ever seen a 1/4-inch blade anywhere? I mean, dude. It comes with a 1/4-inch blade for that tiny little spot you need to get into. All right, this one's a little bit over $25, and it is, in my opinion, 100% worth it, because it seems like these blades last just as long as Milwaukee's, which we all know isn't long at all. But why spend that extra money when you can get a crap ton more for half the price? So it's worth just using them and chucking them. Anyway, on to number 9. All right, so tool number 9. Now, if you've ever been out on a job site where you're working for like 8-9 hours, right, and you got to charge something, or it's getting dark and you need a light, I love this, dude, because the DeWalt brand of this is non-existent. It is non-existent. All they have is a stupid USB plug. And this company right here came up with an inverter-driven plug that goes right on the top of your DeWalt battery and just snaps right on in there. It has 2 LEDs on the top right here, one for a light, holy shit, and it goes way bright in strobes. And it also has the power button. It has a check, and then it has an engagement. It has 2 USBs on the side and a USB-C in the middle, as well as a 120 outlet in the middle. This will run your basic little appliances or chargers for your cell phones. It won't run nothing big. It's only 225 watts. However, it's already bigger than most of these inverters. Most of these inverters stop at 175. This guy is 225 watts continuous. I don't know what its peak is. I imagine it's not too much higher than that, but only momentary before it blows. But anyway, it is fantastic. We just took this out camping and used it all weekend. I actually hooked up a projector to this as well as a speaker to do a movie theater outside in the woods when we were up camping. I downloaded a few movies, I put it on the projector, and this guy ran the show for a couple good hours while we watched our movies out in the mountains. It was fantastic. We had a lot of fun. Just under $32 for an inverter. So for you DeWalt lovers out there, this is a must-have for the job site. And like I said, it totally worth it. Cheap. It runs off any one of these boys. It'll even run off the big guys. I got a big guy right here. And then it'll really run for a long time. And yeah, you really can't complain about that. That is pretty freaking awesome. I mean, there you go. Oh, and this is adjustable. Comes up and hangs out. So anyway, on to number 10. Let's go. So, when I said that I was saving the best for last, you guys have seen them in other videos with other guys, but I found it. I finally found the good one, okay? And that is a Japanese pool saw. Look at that guy. It is wrapped in bamboo from top to bottom. Great grip, like amazingly good grip on this. It is very lightweight, very thin. It's probably a little hair over a 1/16 of an inch thick in the blade. It has a coarse side and it has a fine side, and it is amazing. Made in Japan. That's when you know, bud. It's when it's made in Japan. Simple screw set. It doesn't come assembled like this. It comes in packaging where it can be taken and put together. It has a set screw on this side, so you need a flathead on this side and a Phillips on this side to assemble. It takes just a few minutes. I didn't tighten it all the way down on mine, but this guy is unbelievable. Look at the flexibility in that. Very, very well made. And you know, I can't tell you the number of times I've ended up where I have been in a situation where I've needed something like this, and I end up using a stupid jigsaw and just absolutely destroyed the cut because, you know, it's a jigsaw. It's not meant for something fine like this. Good for any dovetails or any box joints if you're going to be cleaning them up. Totally worth it. Like I said, all these products have links in the description. And like I said, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Smash that like button if you would. It helps us out. It helps to get the video out to other people. And yeah, consider getting onto our Amazon affiliate link and check out these tools. It helps to support the channel and helps us keep bringing more videos like this to you guys. All right, so until next time, we'll catch you guys later. Peace.